My name's Alistair Thompson from NIACE, and my question is an attempt to bring together the worlds of broadcasting and higher education in the way that Naomi did. And it's informed almost by the passage during the parliamentary wash-up of the Digital Economy Bill. And it's about how you balance the tension between sensible intellectual property rights and the public good and Creative Commons, and how the Open University is struggling with what I imagine is not an easy thing to handle.
You know, that's intellectual property rights. Fantastic question. Unfortunately, we're out of time. It's been great to see everybody here this evening. You know, it's clearly...
Well, we've only got 30 minutes for intellectual property rights.
Where's Lynn Brindley when you need her? There are vehicles being created to help. So Creative Commons licensing is actually one of those great enablers, because it allows those of us that want to license our content with Creative Commons for the content to be easily shared, easily repurposed, and it's become a legal vehicle by which you can do that. The harder part is actually a lot of the historical content, where we'd love to open it up and make it more freely available, but because the fact that intellectual property law hasn't really kept pace with the digital world that we now live in, we're going to have to address that. Now, I'm confident, though, that the right people with the right motivations, with the right courage, are actually going after some of those things. I really am. I've got to know many of them since I've been here. But I'll just leave you with one thought. I personally don't believe the iPod would have happened without Napster, because Napster challenged all the notions we had around the way music was licensed at that time. And it forced everybody to come to the table, scratch their heads a little bit and go, oh my goodness, they're not going to want to consume CDs anymore that have 8 to 12 tracks. They're actually going to want to buy individual tracks, and they're going to want them delivered on multiple platforms. And we either address that and fix that and figure it out and come up with new business models and ways of dealing with it, or we could see our whole industry unravel. And so I think we're seeing that now in other content domains that we've got to come to grips with. But I think we'll get there. And I think there's so much unbelievable orphaned content out there that even not worrying about the more thorny content, let's just unlock the value of the orphaned content by getting the IP rights appropriately set up and cleared for that. And then we can worry about the thornier stuff. But I'm also confident that there will always be a world from free to fee that will coexist really well. But it just does force us to move on. But you know, things like the Kindle, things like the iPad that's the iPad, my goodness, sorry, Apple. iPad that's on the way will fuel that, because people are just going to want to consume in different ways.
I wish I had your confidence, Martin. I wish I thought that the right people with the right motivation and the right ideas would somehow produce something very much better than the abortion, which is the Digital Economy Act, which we have now. And I use the word abortion literally, because it was. In the course of parturition, it was stopped, and much of the valuable stuff has disappeared.